Field Service and Maintenance Form Designer and Configurator.
Every service organization captures different information on-site, from safety confirmations to technical measurements and compliance checks. Instead of working with a fixed template, this video shows how you can configure a form that fits your specific business requirements. We begin by creating a new form within the system, setting the foundation for how information will be captured during service activities. This is where we define the structure and purpose of the documentation that technicians will complete in the field. First, we define the form name and description, clearly identifying its purpose, whether it's for maintenance inspection, quality verification, installation checks, or compliance confirmation. This helps ensure everyone understands when and why the form should be used. Next, we decide where this form should be attached in the system. It could be linked at the job head level if it applies to the entire service job, or at the job operation level if it needs to be completed at a specific operational step. This flexibility ensures the form aligns with how your service process is structured. Next, we select the related keys so the system knows exactly where and how the form will be triggered within the service process flow. If needed, we can also configure warning messages to strengthen control during data entry. For example, if a technician enters a value outside an acceptable range, the system can immediately display a non-compliance alert, prompting them to review or confirm the input before proceeding. Beyond that, the form can also influence certain criteria or trigger specific conditions based on whether the result is compliant or non-compliant. This allows the process to respond dynamically, supporting better quality control, clearer documentation, and more structured follow-up actions when required. We then build the structure of the form itself, shaping how information will be organized and presented to the technician in the field. Categories and checkpoints can be added to group related items together, making the form clear, logical, and easy to follow during on-site work. For each detail line, we define a unique ID and a label to clearly identify the checkpoint, determine the sequence in which it appears to guide the flow of completion, and choose the appropriate field type, such as text, numeric input, checkbox, drop-down list, or date field, depending on the kind of information that needs to be captured. Each field can also be bound to corresponding data within the system where required, allowing it to interact with existing records or store structured information for reporting purposes. In addition, we can control whether a field is read-only, editable, or mandatory, ensuring that critical information must be entered before the technician can proceed. This level of configuration helps maintain consistency in data collection while keeping the form aligned with operational requirements. Once the form is fully configured, it becomes part of your service process. We can attach it directly to a job and even set it as a default form, so it automatically appears for relevant service activities. This means the right form is presented at the right time without manual intervention. When a technician performs the service on-site, the form is available directly within the job on the mobile app, appearing as part of their normal workflow. They can open the form, complete the required fields, respond to each checkpoint, and enter measurements or confirmations as needed. If compliance rules have been configured, the system can immediately evaluate the entered values and display warnings or status indicators in real time. This helps guide the technician during the visit and ensures that important standards are not overlooked. Once the form is completed and saved, all of the captured information flows back into Epicor and becomes part of the related job record. The back office team can then review the completed form, analyze the responses, verify compliance results, and access any supporting data entered in the field. This approach turns service documentation from a simple checklist into a controlled, configurable process tailored to your organization. Instead of working around the system works around your requirements, providing consistency in the field and visibility in the office.